Temple number 6 is the Temple of Edfu, dedicated to the Divine Child, the Divine Masculine, Horus. And this one is one of my favorites. I feel fully alive when I'm there. This one radiates with the frequency of the sun, the solar plexus. And to me, it explodes with goodness and light. This temple is grand. It's huge. It feels extra tall and strong and prominent and powerful. At the entrance, there is a statue of Horus in his eagle or hawk form, whatever you choose to connect with. And this temple, on my personal journey, was the one when I walked into it, I was flooded with memories of being there. This temple wasn't built to necessarily worship goddesses or reinforce the priestess path with rituals. There were priests and priestesses that worked in this temple, but the priestesses were of Nut, of the goddess of the stars, the priestesses of the rising sun, the ones who were the oracles. And I had this memory when stepping into Nut's chapel of standing on those steps and gazing at the morning sun rising in the east. When you're standing on the steps, you can see the morning sun, and receiving messages coming from the sun, because our sun is a satellite for Sirius, for Great Central Sun, all other suns and stars, and receiving that information and then putting it on scrolls, storing them in the House of Life, in the Parank, and also going and telling the workers what to put on the outer walls of the temple. And I had this memory of almost walking and running my hand along the walls and having the messages that were received from the sun be put into the walls, not as prophecies of the future, but as recordings of the future made in the past. But it's actually about this moment of now, about today. That's what those messages are. And when we go now, when we go there and we run our hands along the walls and we're present in that chapel, we understand that it is about this moment of now. And actually, the past, the future, the present, it all intersects in this space, where all parts of your soul memory bank collide in this one space, as if time and space didn't really exist. Only this moment of now exists as the drop that holds it all. It had a prominent library, the Parank House of Life, that stored information, stored scrolls with wisdom that was passed down by the cosmic librarians, the history of humanity, the memory of Atlantis, our galactic lineage, heritage. Healing modalities were channeled in this place. There was a room dedicated to essential oils and perfumes. And although it is a place of divine masculine, you feel as a woman walking through it, you feel really safe. The protector nature of the divine masculine is felt so strongly there. His focus is on elevating the feminine. And it's interesting, like Komombo brought up the connection with the Poseidon temple in Greece. When visiting Delphi in Greece, which is Temple of Apollo, where Pythia, the oracle, lived, I had this crazy, almost deja vu of the exact same energy signature, the same template. Two different temples, both to the masculine sun god, Apollo, Horus. That was the home of oracles, priestesses of Nut, and oracles, Pythia, and the lineage of oracles there. And again, they all communicated with the sun. They used water for the reflection of the sun and receiving information through water. And for me, this temple appeals so much, well, both Delphi and the temple of here at Edfu, because of the solar consciousness connection, that solar masculine and solar feminine. And also because it doesn't scream the memory of rituals and priestesses in a way that some of the other ones do. To me, this one really speaks to the wisdom keepers, the oracles, the cosmic librarians, not necessarily working with the Akashic field and writing the soul history books, scrolls on earth, but the recording for this moment of today, planting the seeds, planting the codes in the walls for us to return and find there. And although I find this temple activating and rejuvenating in many ways, I know that this temple benefits men even more than women. And that it is for the men to come to on their own, with their partners, with their kids, and breathe in the divine masculine codes here. Because unlike the Ramses temple at Abu Simbel, this one carries less of an imprint of a king or a pharaoh, of a human ego. It carries the pure codes of a solar consciousness, if you will, Christ consciousness. So if you have a son, this might be a beautiful place to bring him to. We go to these places and the threads of light, the filaments of light are coming from the walls, from the waters, from the earth. And they're literally screaming at us, take me in. Take me and weave me into your heart. Weave me into your being. Allow me to work through you. Allow me to inform your structure, your cellular structure, your energy field, your memory. Allow me to work through you. And this can be done consciously or not, right? For conscious, awake, and aware human, we take them in and we move them through our physical bodies, through our vessels. And then we take that, and we put it out into the ethers. We go home and we weave it into our reality by anchoring it in the physical with the new ways of communicating, behaving, acting, right? Through words, through sharing stories, through sharing images, and through energetically taking in the codes that are now within us and putting them into the air, into the water, into the earth. Edfu is a very special place. To me, it's a place where sun doesn't burn. It sings. It's a temple with walls covered in reminders, maps for the souls, songs for the earth. It reminds us that we are all oracles. And it reminds us that we don't need to predict anything. We just need to dance through this reality with joy. It calls us to awaken the solar codes within ourselves, within our beings, so we can once again stand as these strong bridges between heaven and earth, receiving, recording, radiating. You are a living scroll. You are the prophecy made flesh.